right, guys, good morning again. I'm going to try this one more time because I just gave this entire presentation without pressing go live. All right, but it's really, really good content. Hey, I can just consider that a dry run. And it got me excited because it is absolutely good content. So I'm going to jump right into it. Diversifying retirement income sources. Excuse me. 19. I want to make sure the purpose in all of this is to make sure that you guys realize, that you recognize that you don't fall short of the reality that God willing, you're going to survive this. And when you walk out of this, you need to be in a position to whereas you can walk out of this, not totally dependent on all of the compassion by the bill collectors, the creditors, the government. And for some of us, we're not going to have that luxury. That is now considered a luxury. For some of us, however, we're younger, and this won't be the last financial crisis we'll experience. And so the purpose of this for you is to make sure that you're learning from it. So we're going to talk about, because I've been getting a lot of calls, direct messages, inquiries from the inquiry forms. We're going to, in about 15 minutes, we're going to talk about the down market and how you can position yourself to not let it change your retirement plans. And if it has already changed them, that is okay. That is okay. You got to face your reality, and you have to be courageous with it, and you have to be proactive with addressing it. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Let me see if I can get this timer down. All right, so this here publication is going to, I'm going to skip all of that. Hey guys, this is a consumer approved publication. So if you want to read through things that I skip, do not hesitate to submit an inquiry. There will be a link in the comments for you to submit an inquiry, and in an inquiry you'll simply request this particular publication. The title of it is Don't Let a Down Market Change Your Retirement Plans. I'm going to browse through it for you. The important stuff, okay? So market volatility while you're accumulating your assets. So this is to that younger generation, alrighty? Those of us whom this might actually be the first real financial crises that has impacted our actual earned income, our investment portfolios, okay? And so what this is showing you is that these two images here, a $20,000 balance. The blue chart is representing a favorable sequence of returns, and the burgundy chart is representing an unfavorable sequence of returns. And all that means is I want you to look here in the annual return column. These are the two columns that you're looking at right now, okay? And so look at the numbers. You see here 14.76, 17.27, all the way down to 27.25, all the way down to negative 38.5%. If you go over here to the unfavorable sequence of returns, it simply reverses the order. Starts off with the negative 38.49 and ends up with the 14.76%, right? And if I stay down here, what you're going to see is you're going to see that it ends up with the exact same amount of money. Exciting, right? So who cares? Stop freaking out. That's what you're probably thinking right now. And I would say that that's kind of where I am. I'm not freaking, I'm appalled. I'm still a little bit numb, but more so by what it's doing to families in terms of the losses that people are taking with their livelihoods, their lives, and so forth and so on. But in terms of the financial impact for the younger generation, guys, please don't let anybody convince you to start withdrawing funds from your stuff. All right, educate yourselves. Hopefully this is helping you. Now what you're seeing is if you go to 45, so 10 years out, when you're in a situation where you started off with favorable returns, over the shorter term you're looking a lot better. right? Versus the unfavorable returns, situations like what we're in now, where across the earlier years, it's not really that sexy. It's not that much money accumulated over the 10-year marks, right? So you're not gonna be able to retire at 45, likely, based off of these are hypotheticals and not actual performance measurements. These are hypothetical performance measurements, but it's just showing you the concept, right? And so, but by the age of 64, 65 ultimately, you will have balanced yourself out if you stay the course, okay? So I hope that this helps to ease some of the anxiety for the younger generation, okay? The timing of negative market returns can have short-term impacts as you are saving for retirement, as we can see here, right? You see at age 54, by experiencing those more favorable returns in the earlier years, you've accumulated a nice amount of money versus if you would have experienced those negative, less favorable returns in those earlier years. By age 54, it's not that sexy, right? You see, with those favorable years, heck, by age 55, the balance peaked. You dig? But you see here, when the less favorable returns did come back, because financial markets are cyclical, and that's all that I'm going to say. We don't want to make emotional statements behind what's happening here, but the math shows you. You could have peaked at 55 and cashed out, but how would you have known? One way is to be proactive and to continue to engage in literacy sessions such as this one, so that you are at least conscious of how performance measurements impact money, how numbers impact numbers. Ultimately, that's what you're looking at here. You would have peaked over this tenure with these hypothetical returns in the favorable sense. Favorable meaning that the earlier years you had the more positive returns, would have peaked at age 55. So for the person that was expecting to retire at age 65, based off of even the favorable demonstration here, you still would be literally distraught. I mean, look what happens between age 63 and age 64. Huge losses. But in short, in the event that you're around this age, you're freaking out because this is what's happening to us right now. I'm sorry. Over here, unfavorable sequence of returns. As you can see, over the long term, it has the potential to balance out. This is not a guarantee. This is not a demonstration of actual performance of any investment or indice. I am not an investment advisor. However, I am experiencing the unfavorable sequence of returns along with you. So take what you will from that. I want to take you down here to talk to you retired folks, so those of you whom had expected to retire in 2020 and maybe things have shifted a bit. This example is demonstrating a $150,000 balance. The exact same concept. Your favorable sequence of returns is simply representing more positive performance in the earlier years, and your unfavorable sequence of returns is representing lower returns in the earlier years. And it's the exact same demonstration. The challenge is that what this says is perhaps you're not going to be able to retire at this point in time, or you will. Let me rewind. This example is also showing $7,500 in income coming out of the balance column every year. Okay, so this is a retiree's experience. You are taking an income already. Your money, your money was working. Sequence of returns is a concept that I'm going to be talking about really soon in this group. So you were literally, hopefully you were only taking, if you were making 7%, you weren't taking 7.5% in income. But hey, Everybody has their own reason for doing what they do with their money. In this situation, in the favorable sense, things look really, 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 really good in this situation because a retiree is withdrawing money. We've been talking about this in this group. These are the years where what you worked for, you saved, and you accumulated is now producing your lifestyle, your income, your reward. In the unfavorable sequence of returns, that retiree is out. And yesterday we looked at a stat that suggested to us that I think it was like 1 out of 4 Americans are living past age 9. At 84, that's your last year to take your $7,500 a year in income. Remember, $7,500 is considered a supplemental retirement income. $7,500 a year is nothing. But by retirement, it is my hope that we will all be drawing from multiple sources of income, right? So what I've been talking to you guys about a lot in the past, I've been saying over and over and over again that in the event that, like this particular scenario, let's say that this is a person, right? This person was also contributing to a permanent life insurance policy that was properly designed at the same time that they were making contributions to their retirement account. This situation could be a lot different because when this happened, this huge negative hit, very much reflective of what has happened to us over the last 30 days or so. When this happened to that person, they could have turned off this income from this source, redirected their income from the cash and the properly designed life insurance policy that they had also been contributing to. You want to make sure that you're the title of this presentation, diversifying your retirement income sources. Just like we all, in both scenarios, in both generations, should be diversifying our income sources. And so, earned income sources, excuse me. So we should all be diversifying our retirement income sources, and we should all be diversifying our earned income sources, right? And so when you're at this situation where, bam, your primary income source took a hit, if you're not in a position to turn off that income here and take it from another source, this is what you risk: running out of money at 84. Don't do it to yourself. So like I said, had this person been contributing to a permanent life insurance policy, and yes, I'm going to rep life insurance because it's one of the most tax advantaged vehicles by which, and most flexible tax advantaged vehicles by which to do many, 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 many things in terms of income generation, and like I said, ultimately many, 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 many things. Okay, now I'll give it to you. Let's say that in this particular scenario, this real life scenario of COVID-19 pandemic, this retiree had some another source of income that was rental income. Well, everyone has gotten hit economically by the pandemic. People are reconsidering paying their mortgages. So they're absolutely reconsidering paying their rents. So even if this retiree can pull income from the retirement income, the rental income that they have, they're likely still going to take a reduction in income, even from that source. So this is just an example, guys. I'm all about real estate. This is, I think, for me, I'm speaking for myself. I repeat to you, I am not an investment advisor, but I'll speak for myself. This is an opportune time to buy real estate. But know that if you have real estate today and you need to tap into, let's say, the equity to provide yourself with some supplemental income, some tax-free income, right? Remember, you got to qualify for that loan. You have to qualify for that. Versus with a properly designed permanent life insurance policy. And I'm not naming types of life insurance. So this is not saying that it has to be a term or a whole life or a universal. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying a properly designed life insurance policy that was properly funded. This would be a time where you literally be contacting the insurance company and saying, hey, I see my cash value is $200 or $100,000. What's my loan value? Okay, send me the documentation. I would like to take that out. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of flexibility in that. All right. So if you want this piece, that's me on the record. If you want this piece, please don't hesitate to go to the comments, click on the inquiry form, submit an inquiry, and request it. We're at 15 minutes. I have quite a bit more to provide to you in terms of empowering you to prepare yourselves to hopefully walk out of this post-COVID-19. You're not completely devastated. At the very least, you have some confidence with your literacy, your understanding, strategies that you probably want to approach. All right, so you guys, I hope you're well. I really do hope you're well. Be still in moments that your anxiety rises. Breathe deeply. Be faithful. Continue to be faithful. Be prayerful. Find peace. Be peaceful. I'm journeying with you guys, okay? Stay courageous, but use wisdom. And you guys have a wonderful day. Unfortunately, we didn't finish, so I'm going to have to do a part 3. But have a great day. Use the inquiry form. Oh, and I'm going to drop a speaker survey link in the comments as well. I welcome your feedback. I appreciate it. Please complete it. And have a great day. Peace.